The Spin-Off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-Off Podcast Network in collaboration with Kiwi Bank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Kia ora, I'm Duncan Grieve, founder of The Spin-Off. You can help us keep all of The Spin-Off's award-winning journalism free for everybody by becoming a member today at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Welcome along to The Real Pod. This is your reality TV and real life in New Zealand podcast. I'm Janie, and I'm joined by Alex Casey of The Spin-Off and Duncan Grieve in absentia.
He's definitely here. Running late, uncharacteristically. Actually, kind of uncharacteristically. He leaves early, but he's normally on time. I'm the late one, as we
Maybe
know.
this means he'll be here till the end this time when he does eventually show up. He might show up just for Mexican Corner.
Exactly.
And then stick around for, 30 minutes of silence afterwards.
After drinks.
Lol. As if he could be silent. Okay, so we are here with very special thanks to Nando's. Thank you, Nando's.
Thank you so much, Nando's. We are having our final Nando's supper of the year at 1:00, and I am so excited. It's been a rough year. It's been a long year, and I feel like this is the perfect way to end it with a delicious, succulent, hot chicken tender.
And look, we'll be completely honest with you. This is our last kind of sort of as live podcast for the year. We've got another one coming on Boxing Day, but that's going to be a pre-recorded one because we're going to be holidaying.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of time traveling, and it's going to be a shambles. I'm not even quite sure what we're talking about today.
But this is the only one that's relevant to recent events. So if something big happens between now and the Boxing Day pod, it's not going to be covered on the Boxing Day pod. Okay, so just warning you. Oh, yeah. Joel's just arrived with some scroggin'
What have you got?
For
what
me.
have you got? Scroggin'?
Okay. I've got a little bowl. This is in lieu of Nando's, which you can't get in LA. I've got dried apricots, almonds and cashews, and then some popcorn in another bowl with a little Hershey's choc.
Oh my God.
And a Nestle Crunch. These are left over from the kids' trick-or-treating.
Oh, I love a Nestle Crunch. You don't get that here. You don't get that here. The first time I had a Nestle Crunch, you'll like this. It was in Burbank, Los Angeles.
Yeah, I know.
And I had I was at the Conan recording, and they gave out little chockies, and I enjoyed myself a lovely crunch, and it was delissimo. Are you having it now?
Well, no, I just had a cashew. I can't really get away with eating when there's only the two of us here.
I know, there's no way to hide.
I have to wait till Duncan turns up. Okay, anyway.
Cover you.
Merry Christmas to you all. It is we're not far from Christmas, so this is our kind of Christmas episode, I guess. Last year we did a Christmas Day special with Colin. We're not doing that this year because you can't compete with that, so we're not going to try.
Perhaps we should have made it a Christmas tradition. Well, but Colin one-upped it again because he showed up in real life to the Christmas party.
And he did that amazing story on last week's pod about the situation.
Mike, the situation. That's right.
Anyway, our hashtag is #RealPod. Our Facebook is facebook.com/TheRealPodPod. And our Instagram is @TheRealPodPod. Don't forget our Facebook group, Real Pod Corner. We got to 1,000. We're back down just sub 1,000. But I'm being so stringent. I've got 3 people sitting there waiting for approval to join, and I can't approve them because they haven't answered the questions. So,
I might have pushed some of them out. Whoops.
Yeah, that's fine. Push them out. I let them linger for a couple of days because sometimes they've been invited by a corny and I think maybe they haven't seen it. They haven't seen the questions yet. Give them a day or two and then gone. Anyway, time for real news. Real news. The newsiest news that ever did news was the Real Pod Secret Santa group.
Oh my God.
It all culminated on Sunday with an opening party online, and it was unbelievably, amazingly good.
just when you think this group can't get more wholesome, cannot represent more of a beautiful online community doing nice things in the real world, this comes along. I was absolutely beside myself sitting on the couch watching everyone open and post about their presents. It was so fucking cute.
We've basically got a whole online store full of merch now.
I know.
People made mugs with our mugs on them for a start, which is horrifying.
I know.
But
Can't wait.
also
Those are gonna be in an op shop in 2 years' time, and I can't wait to find them. I've started finding spin-off mugs in op shops now, and it's the joy of my life. And I found a Get It to Papa shirt the other day. I feel like it's a certain graduation. Spin-off book will be the next thing. Jamie Curry books are bargain bin prices if you're interested. The Red Cross shop in Sandringham has like 3 of them, and they're about $2 each.
You're on a tangent. But there's some great ideas maybe for next year's Secret Santa. Anyway, so this was a group that was run. It was a subgroup of our Real Pod Corner group, and the whole thing was organised by Lisa White. So thank you.
Oh,
very special
Lisa White. Lisa White had to deal with my last minute freak out when I realised that I was buying for the wrong corner. And I was all confused, and she did God's work. I mean, we all know how annoying it is dealing with just admin and people, and she carried herself with grace and poise and did an amazing, amazing job.
And she did that classic, a few notes for whoever might decide to do this next year.
Yeah. A lovely
Let's
handover. We love a handover.
Yeah. Just goes to show how much she enjoyed the process.
Yeah.
What did you get?
So I will admit, I actually ripped into mine a little early. It's been a rough year, you know. I was in a hole on a Saturday night, and I also thought I had the 14th in my head, and I was like, I'm not going to question that. I'm just going to trust that that's where we're allowed to do it. And I just opened mine, knowing full well I was probably wrong. I got an enormous corn pillow, which is like, I have slept with it every night. It's almost like a mini pregnancy pillow.
Yeah, good.
Not that I have anything to tell anyone. I just like that.
No,
so
I mean,
of
honestly, I've had trouble giving up the pregnancy pillow after being pregnant. Like it's a you know, I just feel like everyone should have extra pillows in bed just to snuggle.
It's a lovely comfort, and it's great lumbar support as well. I'm just all about this corn cushion. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. And with that was a beautiful piece of artwork of me, you, and Duncan Grieve in giant corn costumes. And it was a cartoon, done in a very familiar style that I think a lot of people would recognise, which is the familiar penship of Sam Orchard. I figured that out all on my own. I know. So I now have a Sam Orchard original, including the sort of sketch that he did, sorting out what we're all going to look like in our corns. And I will post that. I've got the digital copy as well, so we might pop that. I think we should just kind of integrate it into our marketing strategy. I think it should be
totally.
the new. I don't know how that works, but I think it's the only way to go.
I mean, I kind of hate our
I know you do.
picture, which is now on someone's mug, by the way, as a Christmas present. So maybe that's a good option for that.
Exactly.
I also got an amazing present from Christina. I don't know how to say your name. Your surname, Kyo? Cool. I'm going to call her Christina Cool because it was a really cool present. She made it. Okay, so I'm in LA. I mean, to send something over here, ridiculous. I managed to send my prezi home with me mum to my Santy. So that was fine. Didn't cost me a penny. Except for a week of my mum being on my case. But anyway, so I got given a digital gift first up, which was the most amazing game of Real Pod Bingo. I've posted it in the corner, and it is hilarious and at times embarrassing. But what a lot of effort she went to. And I think she drew in some help from some other corny friends of hers, and I came up with just the most amazing little bingo squares you could ever imagine for this podcast. And I've shared it with everyone because it's a game that everyone should play. And I just think the thought and effort that went into that was just insane.
That one
so
made me
sweet.
cry as well, to be honest. A
Oh
lot
my
of
God.
tears shed over this Christmas exchange. But that bingo was just like, oh my God.
I know. And she sent me a little from Germany, from an Etsy store, the tiniest little corn stamp you could possibly imagine. It's so wee and cute.
Perfect.
And it works.
And
And it's the official seal now.
That's huge. Can you run us through some of the bingo points if people are curious as to what is on there?
I mean, there's a Nando's gets a mention on every card, so that's like a free play basically.
It's a lock.
There's what else?
Duncan leaves early.
Duncan leaves early. Jane gets upset that she wasn't asked to be part of a celebrity reality show. Alex says, "Wow, wow, wow! I can't do it like you." And many others.
So many. It's
other
really
things.
good.
We
should pop that on our
good.
Instagram. We should. Yeah,
We should.
we should.
I mean, we should. We should
These
put
are things that
anything
we should do.
on our
We
Instagram.
should put something. We should just show people that we're still alive in some way.
Anyway, if you are a corny and you missed out on this year's Secret Santa, please do it next year. It was just so amazing. I was amazed by everyone's creativity, everyone's just the thought they put into things. It wasn't like no one got a box of favourites. No one.
No favourite in sight.
Tell you what, JJ Feeney's got a favourite. His
She
name
has.
is Manu.
I am obsessed with this relationship.
This is the greatest real life reality viewing in a time when all the reality shows are having a little break over the festive period. Get on Instagram, watch JJ's stories, watch it all unfold. You get basically a tour. You're getting a tour of some lovely destinations in New Zealand, and you're getting to see JJ spend time with their lovely man, who she doesn't get to see very often because he's from Algeria, she's from New Zealand, and it's not easy for them to connect.
I don't even know where to start.
Look, start I think with the Louis Vuitton clutch.
Tiny Louis Vuitton clutch thing. Lot of chains. I want to know everything about this man. I want to know everything about him. I have requested to follow him on Instagram. I don't think it's going to come through.
Did you find him?
I found him. Well, we've got a team of what do you say? Crack experts. Crack team of experts.
Crack specialist.
Team of crack experts. Probably a combination of both. Is that a phrase? Oh my god. Anyway,
There is something.
there's a subcommittee. We have an editorial subcommittee that's looking into this relationship because it's out there in a big way, like the way that she's broadcasting it and kind of creating these instant supercuts of their days. I mean, maybe that's just what someone does who's lived their whole life, and their whole relationship kind of in public.
And she has done. I mean, I remember, when her and Dom got married, and even prior to that, and she had her blog, and it was quite personal, a lot of personal photos and chat on there. So this is not a new thing for JJ. So as strange as it may seem for people like us or people who aren't used to watching people doing that sort of thing online, it's perhaps not strange for her, but bloody hell, she's it is. I mean, the stories came out and she'd kept it quiet for such a long time, but now it's so loud. Like the tease, like she posted, because there was a story in the Women's Day, and she posted a tease on her Instagram that was like, "What's his name? How old is he?"
Yeah, the international man of mystery. Like the fact that that's almost become its own little phrase for the thing. Oh man, God, they love doing lots of little kisses.
They do little kisses and yes, little neck kisses and cheek kisses and pecks and
all over the place.
Yeah,
but then I mean, also it's like you say, I just remembered maybe when Polly and Grant separated and they didn't tell anyone until whatever the radio ratings thing is.
Oh, did they? Did they time that for the ratings?
They timed it.
For survey.
The survey week, yeah. They announced it on survey week, and they were like, we're still doing the show together. But obviously everyone's going to tune in and be like, oh my God, they're divorced. I mean, that's a cynical reading on it, but it definitely seems like it. They had been separated for a long time and sleeping in, all of that. It definitely seemed like a strategic decision. So I think just with all of that radio context in mind, it's hard not to look at this slightly cynically. And people have said, is this a stunt? And JJ's front-footed it and adamantly denied, followed by a lot of little kisses, that it's not. So
I mean, I don't feel that it's a radio stunt. I'm not going to comment on a lot of the rhetoric that is being bandied about because it's just not our place. But I think it's fascinating, no matter where he's from, who he is. It's just a fascinating display of relationship advertising.
Totally.
When it's in a very burgeoning state. And it's interesting on a social level, quite aside from all the other conversations that are happening.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious to see how it all plays out because, ultimately we'd like them to be happy and all that. But if it doesn't work out, it's going to be a very public situation for her.
Totally.
And there's going to be a lot of people saying a lot of really nasty things, and that worries me for her.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I definitely don't like the people bombarding in the comments and all of that. But it is.
No.
It does feel like a moment in some way or another that is worthy of us talking about it. I also wonder. I'm just obsessed with like how he bought Flinny, how he bought Sauvage by Dior for Flinny. He bought so many presents.
And there were like the nephews. Were they nephews that were wearing Best Brother t-shirts?
That's right. That's right.
I'm sorry if you heard some squeaking and I had some popcorn in my mouth.
He's a very his language of love. Maybe that's it. Maybe his language of love is gift giving, and hers is tiny kisses.
Those poor kids who probably freaking hate each other in the way that only siblings can, wearing t-shirts, pointing to each other, going Best Brother. They were like, oh, thanks.
Yeah,
super orkies. But yeah, watch this space. Tune into that. It's not survey week, so I don't know about this whole stunt idea.
No, I don't think
during Christmas.
I don't think it's a stunt either. She's much smarter than that. If it was, she'd save it for the new year.
Okay, moving on. The new Bachelorette series launching sometime next year. We don't have a date, but Alex Casey knows it, but she's not going to share it.
I know it. Don't look at me.
There's a trailer out, and you'd almost think that it was a show all about Art Green.
Old Artie Green stepping back up. Should we do like what a proper podcast does? Should I play the bit of the teaser? Do you think that's good?
Yeah.
Because I screen recorded it for you because you found yourself geo-blocked. Hold on.
Can you get it nice and loud?
Oh, hold on. I fucked it up.
Funny?
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, God. Oh,
no.
This is fine.
Oh, I can't. Oh. No, I'm a dumbass. Hold on.
I was looking for someone intelligent and funny and who didn't take themselves too seriously. I honestly think that after my first conversation with Maddie, I knew that she ticked all the boxes for me. And now, New Zealand, it's your first Bachelorette's turn. And I'll let you in on a little secret. She knows exactly what she wants. I'm Art Green, your host for The Bachelorette New Zealand. Coming soon on 2.
I am obsessed with this.
First of all, how do you think Danny feels about that promo?
Oh, I know. It's rough as guts for all the others.
Is that Duncan?
Duncan's here. Duncan's arrived holding a wizard sword of fizz. Blue V for tea? Sugar free for me?
What'd you get for me, Duncan? He can't
day.
hear me yet, can he?
Jane asked what you got for her.
Just my lovely face, or a little bit of it.
Perfect. Get on in there.
Oh,
Hi,
man.
Dunk. We're just talking about the new Bachelorette trailer.
Oh, yeah. How are you feeling?
Oh, fucked up. I mean, flipped up.
Oh, it was very all pod.
I feel it's just a lot. Like, they do a real serious job of it there. It's like a 2-hour full-on graduation ceremony.
Context here.
So my daughter Robin just graduated from primary school, and so many amazing things happened, including, but the best part was like they did this dance at the end, like the whole graduating class to like Whip Nene and
yes.
like Missy Elliott and Ghost Town DJs, and it was just so good. It was so good, and they were like, this strange lady did a long ballet dance that wasn't asked for.
Strange lady.
There was just like a lot happened, and it was like oh man, like just
Take
just
a moment. Take a moment.
If you have the opportunity to send your kids to Newton Central, you should do that. It's a sick school.
Oh God.
I can't
All
hear
right.
Jane. I just realised.
You're making a lot of noise here.
Yeah,
you
so
right?
I just punched the
I'm back.
microphone
I'm
by
back.
accident.
How's it going? Where are you?
It's going good. We're just talking about the Bachelorette latest teaser.
What's the latest teaser? I've
Oh,
not
for
seen it.
God's sake.
Oh,
Don't
no,
make
we
me
can't
play it
play it.
again.
No,
It was all a
It's all right.
drama.
Tell me
Okay,
what happened. Sorry.
In sum, it's just Art Green going, "Hi, I'm Art Green. I was looking for someone who's funny and kind and blah blah blah, and I found that, and now it's the Bachelorette's turn, and I'll let you in on a little secret. She knows exactly what she wants."
And it's got
Basically,
got a lady walking in the background.
A
Cuts
lady?
to a lady.
Basically, it was a trailer just about art, and it was, as it should be.
It's quite moving, quite emotional.
But I mean, what the line we were just talking about was the fact that he says, "I knew from the first conversation I had with Maddie," which is like quite intense.
That really is.
I mean, we know that now, obviously, but that was not the line he was running at the time with old Danielle.
No. Until the very end when he said it was always you to Matilda. And then Danielle was like, "What the fuck?
Yeah, but that can
What
that,
are the
that
rest
can
of us doing here?"
that can be taken a few different ways. But from the first conversation, it's quite specific. There's not a lot of wiggle
Well, she
room.
also, can I just say, Matilda was the first one out of the limousine as well, or the
Yeah.
Suzuki.
I could just cut the show there.
Yeah, could have saved
Right,
everyone
yeah.
a lot of time and money. But this podcast might not exist if that had happened.
Definitely.
It wouldn't exist, exactly. Okay, so we look forward to that whenever that is, and all the things that will unfold from that. Can't wait. Paul Henry, is Paul Henry coming back to our screens?
This has been a drum that's been
No.
beating.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on a minute.
I've been hearing things.
You've been hearing things. Well, everyone's been hearing things since the moment he stopped,
I know,
right?
but like there's the persistent murmur, and then there's an elevation of that in the last few months. MediaWorks
What's
sources
the murmur?
just says that
What's the murmur?
well, it says that Paul Henry has been in negotiations to return to some capacity. I was like a 7 p.m. show. Like if the project got too expensive, could they just spend all their money on Paul Henry in a cardboard box? Because that would rate. But I've been told that under no circumstance, it's not like a daily thing. So I think it's going to be like Paul Henry on weed.
Well, I want to see something about his nudist lifestyle. Like I was thinking Naked Attraction NZ. Paul
Hey,
Henry host.
Does he live in Palm Springs?
6
Well,
months
he's
of
got
the year.
a place in Palm Springs,
I
right?
live on a boat.
So I was in Palm Springs for a bit, and I was definitely keeping a keen eye out. Tell you what, it's bloody hot there.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised he gets in the nutty. It's very hot.
You should have gone and hunted him down.
Well, like I say, it was very hot. Didn't want to be outside a lot, so I tried. And for the moment that I walked down the main strip, I was definitely looking out for Paul Henry.
He's the main celebrity
story.
around there, right? They
Yeah,
all talk
of
about
course.
him.
So yeah, basically the Herald ran a story that, there's murmurs that Paul Henry might be gracing our screens again. And I reckon it's at the point with Paul that he can call the shots. He can basically dictate whatever kind of show he would like to do, and someone would run it. So that's all he needs to do. Just write down a wish list, get someone to do it. Done.
That's how it works.
Okay.
Just like Santa. It'll be cool though if he comes back in 2020, because then we're almost like cycling right back to the start of this decade, which was Paul Henry all over everything all the time, saying bad things,
Breakfast
getting
man.
cancelled.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
sad
So-
things.
He was actually one of the first New Zealand cancellations, really, when you think about
Yeah.
it. Like you said
Yeah.
something. Or did that actually end his career? No.
It
No,
was the
'cause then he
Governor
got picked up
General
on-
thing.
No, not end his career, but like, why did he leave
tenure
breakfast the first time?
I thought it was the comment when he's like, "Is the next Governor General going to be a real New Zealander or
Oh,
something?"
yeah.
That was what did it.
Oh,
But there was
yeah.
a lot of things
Yeah.
building up to
There were a
that.
few other things. Yeah.
But like,
Um,
Paul Holmes didn't lose his career over, cheeky.
Yeah, it's times have changed.
Yeah.
Times have changed for the
So-
better.
I think so.
But then also he'll be back, so nothing ever
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah. It's basically he sits in a naughty chair in Palm Springs for 2 years,
Yeah.
getting a tan on
Does
his
a sad Belfie or two.
a butt tan, and then back he comes.
He'll wash up on a beach like a penis fish.
Nice segue. Have you
Thank
seen
you.
these?
I have.
Yeah.
They look like penises.
All
Okay,
about
these
it.
things So there's tens of thousands of penis fish. They're called, what are they called? They're called something like fat burrow worms or something. Anyway, which, as is pointed out in the article that you linked to, is kind of like a nice name for them, even though it's not a very nice name. But you definitely could call them worse things, like, for example, penis fish. They look like penises.
What else are you going to call
I guess.
them? Big time. Where do they come from? Why are there so many on the beach?
Oh, something to do with a weather event and a storm. But they've all just washed up on the one beach, and it's about 8 hours drive from here. Tempting.
From where you are?
Yeah, James.
Oh my gosh, get in the car, open the garage door and flee.
They mentioned that they probably won't smell very good now.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but yeah.
I think you've got to do what you got to do in this instance.
Anyway, it just did remind me of how, like, everyone's like, oh, disgusting, penis fish. It was like, penises are clearly, like, that's what people are saying, you know?
It's a subtext, true.
I feel like if a bunch of boob-looking worms washed up on the beach, everyone would be like, this is great.
This is awesome.
Aren't they lovely? Aren't these things lovely? Let's all go have a look. But everyone's like, oh, kind of like gagging.
This is true, Jay. This supports your ongoing theory.
It does. The back views, even bumfish would be nicer, right?
A bumfish?
A bumfish, that'd be cute. Little butts,
Oh, I'd love to
butts
see that.
washed up.
I would travel
Exactly.
anywhere to see that.
Anyway, sadly, I can't make the drive to the penis fish. Because
Why not?
We've got a date with the snow in a few days. We're going for a white Christmas.
Well, you're not going to get any penis fish washing up in the snow, so that's a big mistake.
I know. Really booked the wrong holiday. But never mind. You live and you learn. Speaking of holidays, our lovely corn friends are they're basically on holiday, aren't they? They are going berserk in the corner at the moment, running all sorts of
Crazy
silly
stuff.
polls and crazy corny chat. It's bananas.
I really loved the recent one where
we love
someone
it.
just like with a lot of urgency, all capital letters, was just like, the Great Real Pod Corner dishwashing liquid poll, go! And then just like ranked all the dishwashing liquids. I just loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, but everyone had an opinion
Everyone
on
had
that,
an opinion.
myself included.
It's genius.
Yeah. What are you?
Eco store.
Eco store.
Oh, God.
I mean, I know that it doesn't really work, but, you know.
This is my problem. Okay, I'm eco store. Well, I'm not. There's no eco store in America. But when I'm home, I'm eco store everything except dishwashing liquid.
Wow.
No cut through.
Because it doesn't cut through.
Yeah.
And I can't go past sunlight. I'm a sunlight gal. Always have been, always will be. It was actually legitimately a concern of mine when I came to the States that I wasn't going to be able to get sunlight.
Oh my God. Is sunlight like very traditional values? Sort
Probably. My mum used it. I've tried the palm olive and I like the smell.
It's like the penis fish all over again.
Anyway, so that's the sort of exciting chat you can partake in the corner, because everyone's sitting at their desks just waiting for Friday afternoon to roll around and not doing any work. All right, are you ready to talk about some desserts, guys?
God,
Ready?
yeah.
Let's get
Oh,
into it.
yeah.
I have 4 weeks to decide if I'm going to drop my entire life with you.
I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband.
Did you just fart?
Dessert week on the semi-final of Bake Off 2019, and we start with a signature bake of creme brulee.
Yummy.
Love a creme brulee. So yummy.
But not theirs.
They all
Yucky.
not theirs. They were all bad.
Man, you get sophisticated commentary on this podcast, eh?
Did you watch it, Dunk?
I've done all of my homework. And this
Wow.
within Hell Week, I still done it. Got it very early.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
Look.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Thanks.
Proud of you. Look, this has not been a great bunch of contestants skill-wise this year, I don't think. There have been many things that excuse me, in my humblest of opinions.
Yeah.
There have been many a fuck up that then the judges have kind of passed off as being quite good. Like when they're cracking the top of whose was it? Heather's brulee. They're like, oh, lovely crack. And I'm like, it looks terrible.
It's
it still
wet.
looks like
I feel like they
then they're like,
added
look
some like Foley shit just to make it like, like crack.
And then they scoop some out and they're like, oh, fantastic, it's holding. I'm like, looks like soup. And they deliberately do it in a wide shot. So you can't really tell what's
Blurred it
going
out.
on.
There's been a lot of shonky stuff like that. The heavy rain where you could barely hear them talk. That was some New Zealand today. That does not make it to air in any other country on earth.
It reminded me a little bit of remember, of course you remember Hottest Home Baker. What a great show that was. This reminded me a little bit more of Hottest Home Baker in terms of skill level. And in Hottest Home Baker, the lights just used to melt everything all the time. It was brilliant.
Man, that rules.
Anyway, Trevor's got no fear, by the way. No fear. Nothing rattles the guy.
No.
He's just head down, bum up, way it should be,
Belt
and
up.
he gets on with it. And they've got this little in-joke of sleeves, which is real cute. They're like, oh, she's got sleeves. Did you catch that?
I
Something up
did.
her
I loved
sleeves.
that.
Yeah.
Shame we
So
hadn't
cute.
seen it at all throughout the season.
No.
You know, I would have liked to have seen some.
Wouldn't it be nice to
Suggestion of
see
an
that
in-joke.
get established? Okay, so basically, I can't remember what happened with the brulees. They were all
Trev made
running.
that real deep enamel cup. Numb,
yeah.
numb nightmare.
He was like, if you're camping, you know, you can make a brulee at camp if you're camping. So I thought I'd go with the camping theme. It's like,
That's what everyone
no one's
does.
making.
No.
No one's fucking making it. People put a bit of flour and water together and call it damper, and that's like a camping cuisine. Like no one's making brulee over the campfire.
Imagine if you brought out, you're going camping with the lads, with your army mates, you're going full survivalist. It's like, shall I whip up a creme brulee? Yeah, like, yeah, I just don't like it. Yeah, it doesn't scan.
Sugar spoon? Sugar spoon, boys?
Oh God.
Those spoons were incredible, though. That was like
I
art.
don't
Yeah, every side.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
They didn't even mention the sugar spoons in the judging, did they? They just breezed right on past them.
They probably just thought they
Anyway.
were spoons.
Yeah.
Too real.
Is that good?
Heather did an Irish coffee cream one. Trev did a passion fruit one. Louise did a coffee with a side of meringue situation. Naomi did a chai with a side of churros. Churros look terrible. They look like penis fish. She didn't use like a star-shaped piping tip, and so they just came out as little skinny logs. But apparently
They've all
tasted
been there.
delicious. Do you know what? They needed more time. They just needed more fucking time.
Yeah, that's what we all need.
Okay, the tech challenge was opera cakes, which I desperately am dying to try.
They look delicious.
Oh, yeah.
They look so good.
Cool name.
Lies.
Also great writing when she talked about the opportunity to, like, I just love the silly puns that they just sneak in. Brilliant.
I still can't tell you what an opera cake is, except for that it's many layers of yummy things. But a sponge, but is it mousse
Mousse.
or
What's that? What's the chocolate?
a cream? A
Ganache?
Ganache, yeah.
Ganache?
Big time
Yeah.
ganache?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just yum. And then like a shiny glaze on top.
Yeah. Cutting it looked real stressful. I don't like
Cutting
the
it.
cleaning
looked,
of the knife. Oh, I don't have time for that. Every time? No.
Yeah. But I have time to eat it. So
Of course.
if anyone's local in LA's listening. Anyway, Louise came third in that one. She was just happy not to be last. She was stoked to not be last. I'm not sure how she made it this far, but there you go. Showstopper. Don't like jelly?
Don't like jelly?
That was.
I tried to find the audio of that, by the way, to play with this, and I just ran out of patience.
No,
It's somewhere in the corner. Ollie Chick will have it.
Holly Chick is our archivist, eh?
There's the soundboard.
I loved all the crazy jelly cakes. I'm really sad for Louise because I loved the ambition
Oh, same.
of it. It was like
it looked amazing. It was like
oh.
national treasure shit. I loved it.
Didn't
Pull it off though.
No.
Not like her.
I honestly, if you'd shown me the udder cake, just without any context, context and said, do you think this is the winner or the loser of a showstopper challenge in Bake Off, I would have gone definitely the loser. But it won. It was a cow udder. And can I just say for the record, pretty sure cow udders generally don't have the black and white thing going on. They're quite pink.
Yeah,
It's a
that was
deconstructed cow.
it was like a motif. No, not that. Something. One of those artworks.
It was an
It's a
artistic
decent way.
interpretation of a cow,
Yeah.
cow-based jelly. But those
udders.
those teats,
Those teats were hard out.
Teats were so intense.
So
when she went in the cage, she was like walking the cage, and the
carrying
teats were just going crazy
Everywhere,
for it.
but such integrity with the teats.
But they looked like glove fingers. I mean, I know they did have, they had teat tendencies, obviously, but I also was just like, they looked like little wobbly pink fingers. Oh.
Yeah, coming out of a cow.
Yeah.
Like, there's your bloody Halloween cake.
It just doesn't look like the kind of thing you want to eat.
Oh, absolutely not.
Good art, but it doesn't look like it's going to be tasty. Whether or not it is, I don't know, but it looked... It's not even good art, to be fair.
I think it looks like a good toy for your rambunctious 6-year-old. It's just a bit rough,
Mate. Anyway, that was a lovely show-stopping winner. Trevor did a double fault line cake. I don't even know what that means. It was just a couple layers of jelly.
But it had the
on top of
missing
some
middle.
cakes.
Yeah, the missing middle was intense.
He's
It's
always
like negative detailing type.
he's just trying to challenge himself. Like he's a mad guy. Like
He's a mad guy.
a lot of his stuff is like even just the idea of transporting it makes you feel a bit sick. Like from a bench to another bench.
Yeah, from the tent to the picnic table. He also cranked the fairy lights, which
He did.
loves.
Yeah.
Loves those little lights.
Loves a fairy light.
I liked the jelly balls as well.
Yes, the jelly balls on top. Yeah, I didn't know what he was got. He had those little water balloons. I was like, is this going to work? And of course it did. He knows what he's doing. Louise did the Great Pyramid of Egypt, which is just the cutest thing ever. It was great until it wasn't. It looked like it was going to be okay for a minute there. What are you guys? What's going on?
I've just
Have you got sleeves?
Notebook. In capital letters, I just wrote, fill your teats. I don't know if it's a quote. I don't know if it's just a vibe. It's just...
I think it can be both.
That could be our new slogan.
I was about to say that's the Real Pod's vibe for 2020.
Fill your teeth.
Fill your teats and tag your flatties.
Oh, God. Louisa's idea was genius, really, because she was going for height with minimum volume. Like, she really thought about how this thing was going to stand up. What she didn't account for was that it wasn't going to stand up, and it just went into a smushy mess. Yeah. Bless her.
Amazing
Louise.
gradient. Oh, it was a special idea.
It was a special idea, and it would have looked great, but it didn't. Anyway, I really wanted it to work. Trev put some booze in his, and God, she loved it. It's very boozy.
Was this the episode where Sue wore jeans?
Oh my God.
I didn't like it.
I don't know.
I don't think Sue should be allowed to wear jeans. But call me sexist. But
Okay.
and we're back. We're back.
We had a drama. Illegal drama.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's okay, guys. Anyway, so yeah, Naomi's little beehive cake, jelly thing, Trevor's double fault line, and what was the other one? Louisa's just complete mess of a pyramid. They didn't cut the mustard. They didn't live up to the dream of the udder jelly.
No.
And Heather won. She won Star Baker. Louise went home. Heather called her dad. Told him she was in through to the final, and he says, "I expect nothing less."
Dad is really.
She got off the phone and she was legit disappointed. Like,
Yeah.
she even echoed it. She was like, "Oh, Dad, I expect nothing less." I was very sad. Very sad. Yeah. Anyway, time for the spin-off members promo. Okay, here it is.
This is a good one.
Hi, I'm Leonie.
I'm Alex.
And along with our friend Michelle A. Court, we bring you On the Rag every month, which you can find at thespinoff.co.nz and on all good podcast providers.
Once a month, we get together in the Spin-Off studio to reflect on the previous month of news, media, current events, and just life for women in New Zealand. It's a feminist podcast. It's a shrill podcast, and we'd love it if you listened. Hello, beloved Corny. I've got some breaking news for you. You may or may not know we've launched the Spin-Off Members Program. This is a program that allows you, our readers, to contribute to the future direction of our coverage. If you donate over $80, you get a free tea towel illustrated by the legend himself, Toby Morris. I am on it, if that matters to you. If you become a part of our members club, you can support us hiring more journalists. You can tell us what you like, what you don't like about what the Spin-Off's doing, and you can also tell us what you'd like to see in the future. If you want more information on it, you can go to www.thespinoff.co.nz/members.
Is this your one?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Oh, no, I done it.
No, I know.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, right, yeah.
That's amazing.
and we're back. Well
really like
done.
Seamless.
That was good.
integration. Thank you. I'm
Love it.
available. No, I'm not available. Don't look at me.
Extremely unavailable. Eh?
Members.
New Zealand's
Just keep going. Tina's just throwing hands right now.
New Zealand's Next Top Model episode
10.
We're down to the top 5 girls, and we start off with the famed Go See challenge.
This is a great
love
challenge,
the
great
Go
episode. Love it right now.
Love 2009 Auckland City.
GPS.
Hosanna. A stylist.
Taxis.
Oh, mate.
Oh, taxis.
Okay, so the girls were all gifted. Can I just say, actually, before we get into it, oh my God, that squirrel is totally sunbathing. That's not what I was going to say. But it is. What I was going to say is, how good would Tyrrell Lee have been in Go Sees?
Oh my God.
Oh,
I really wish they'd kept her around for that.
yeah, good point.
She would have just not bothered
'Cause
and gone and got wedges somewhere.
So it's all about making a good first impression, ladies. And they're all gifted never called ladies, are they? They're called girls.
Girls.
Nokia 5800 Express Music. So exciting. Had a little stylus with it. So handy.
Crazy to think those were our phones just 10 years ago. Or like an incredibly
the
exciting,
phones, yeah.
blow your mind, got a map on it phone.
New technology, yeah. And they went to, where did they go? Showroom 22, Trelise, who
Huffer.
else? Yeah.
Huffer and
World, maybe?
Zambezi.
No, not
Zambezi.
World, Zambezi, yeah.
Zambezi.
World would have been great, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one was wearing seatbelts in the taxis, can I just say?
Wouldn't get away with that. 2019.
You wouldn't get away with that these days.
Yeah.
All the right underwear. No one was wearing the right underwear, bar Hosanna.
Yeah.
Hosanna wore the
Hosanna
right
killed
nude coloured
today.
underwear.
She does the homework. Just a lot of underwear chat, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So much underwear chat. And interesting, I mean, they're not supposed to know what they're doing for a challenge on a day-to-day basis, are they? So it's hardly surprising they didn't have the correct underwear on. But I guess if you're a model, just always the nude undies.
Well, that's
you're
what
never allowed to wear.
Hosanna did,
You never
right?
know what might happen.
Might get hit by a bus.
Anyway.
And if you're not wearing nude underwear, then what?
Go straight to hell. As it says in the Bible, under bus death.
So Ruby, we start with Ruby stopping in at showroom 22, where she was absolutely berated for wearing sunglasses on her head and a scarf.
Oh my God,
And
that's
flats.
right. Her outfit was so 2009. They're like wearing a skirt with black tights and then like those warehouse like boat canvas shoes. That was what every single person at my high school was wearing in that year, and I loved it. And I was personally offended by how rude they were about her clothes. She's 17. Like, you guys
Also,
are the
they're
ones
saying
with the clothes. She's the model. Who cares?
Also, they're saying you should have been wearing heels. Like, I'm sorry, they are running the streets. You can't do that in heels.
You can't.
It's not practical. Hosanna basically spent about 4 hours standing outside the Vodafone building trying to figure out how to call a taxi, which she couldn't do because she didn't know the taxi numbers in Auckland.
I mean, I legit think like this was one of the parts that it was most transported her back to a completely different era, where without Uber and maps and all the stuff that you're just naturally conversing in now. Because you were just really, she's really from Gisborne and probably has spent no days in big cities on her own. And Auckland, I remember like catching the bus into town when I was a teenager, and you'd just be in the central city, and you'd just be like, where is anything? It was such an intimidating place, and it would have been that for her. And I was just like, that's kind of unimaginable for a teenager now. Like it's just a lost thing, probably for the.
You know what though, 300, 3,000 was always around.
But in every time zone, even in Gizzy hard.
I reckon. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
Why can't you just call Stu or Amy?
What was the
Stu
number?
or Amy just
what was
drive
directory?
around.
Wasn't directory was 018. Call directory and ask for a taxi number. Come on, Hosanna. Sort it out.
Call 111.
Not that hard.
111's always there.
Lime scooters
Really
would have been. Lime scooters would have been good, I reckon, in this challenge if they were all just like trying to get around on lime scooters.
True. What could have been?
But obviously they were 10 years away.
Yeah.
What else happened? Christabel had a big fall during her walk at Trelise.
Oh, yeah. I liked it. She tried to cover up when she said, that didn't hurt at all. Sorry about that. It's just so funny to be like, that didn't hurt at all.
It was a proper spill.
It was a huge fall. I would have Hollywooded it. Like, go, fuck. Like, stay on the ground.
And
have fun with it.
Definitely
snap
hurt.
the heel off
Snap
your
the heel. Call the police again. I think it's important.
Victoria was 55 minutes late. That's quite late. So she lost. And Hosanna won. Hang on. Victoria was disqualified, which means nothing because unless you're the winner, you don't win anything anyway. But Hosanna won. She's off to the VNZMAs, mostly because she wore nude-coloured undies. And in this segment, I think, who was it? I think it was Colin who said further adieu, without further ado, which is nice.
Oh, very French.
Yeah. The photo shoot this week was old mate Cicerette. He'd been looking forward to this moment. He's on Michael Hill's boat, and Christabel didn't know that Michael Hill was rich enough to own a boat.
Christabel's vibe's so rich on the show. It's really awesome.
What happened during this photo shoot? Oh, they were just like in a really cramped little space.
Laura was amazingly bad. Like just like there were like it was a horror. Like it really shows you what a bad photographer Chris Cicerette is, and what even though all the other ones in tiny hats don't seem to be any good either. Like the photos come out quite well, whereas Chris's are just like, what even is this?
Do you know what? I don't think they got permission to go on that boat, and I think that's why they were shooting down the tiniest little side cavity of it. Like they just snuck on, and like quick fire off a few shots. Come on, girls, we can't do 100 frames today, and then whipped off again because that was some very cramped quarters in what was seemingly a very, very large yacht.
Also, like thing. Michael Hill, why wasn't he around? Just lingering in the background, sort of giving it.
He's on it. Was he on it briefly at the start? Or am I thinking of two sketches?
I think it's two sketches. Great show.
Yeah,
you should all watch.
On his new boat.
Yeah,
much bigger than his
Similar
old
show.
boat. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, what happened? There was a water fight back at the house, and they nearly killed Victoria.
Yeah, actually
They dumped her head first into the pool, but it was very nearly head first onto the tiles right next to the pool.
Yeah, it was intense.
And they just relentlessly, remorselessly bullied poor Hosanna, and it got too much for me.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Really, really bad. Like it doesn't. I don't remember at the time. It just seems like such an easy kind of a get in terms of reality TV is to play up the tension. But it got to the point they were just like, okay, now's your time to sit down and do some Hosanna bitching. Like, just go, let loose.
Or like them all in the spa and her, there was like all these actual like physical separations between them always. Oh,
yeah. But I'm sure that it was manipulated by producers as well, like encouraged them to sort of just emphasize that distance between them all. Anyway. At the elimination, Colin's here. My God.
Whoa, yeah.
That's right. Wait, what was this one?
The shaved head side bit. and just giant mane.
Oh, was it
The
no? Hang on,
mohawk.
was it the mohawk?
Yeah.
It was the mohawk.
Yeah, that was dramatic and
Um,
devastating.
Not as devastating as the chat about Christabel's skin.
That was
horrible.
heinous.
Each week they just choose someone else to rip into about their skin. Like it was Laura in the next one. It's like it's crazy.
I feel like it came out of nowhere. It's not like they've been kind of. I want to say, at least with Ruby, you know, the narrative of her being just a ginormous heffalump who could never do anything except for roll around in a pool of mud. That's
size
been
8, by the way.
consistent. That's been consistent throughout, right?
Yeah.
Obviously not my actual opinion there. It's just been consistent throughout. But like the Christabel skin thing just came just out of nowhere. And I feel like it's because she's doing so well. They're actually just trying to kind of, you know, to us at home, they're trying to kind of throw a little spinner in the works of us thinking that she might go all the way. You know, it could be anyone's.
You just really remember that they're 16 and 17 when they're just picking the kind of thing that leaves you just kind of motionless in terror for, hours, if not years, and just going, okay, we're going to, on national TV, we're just going to absolutely drill into this as like a career-limiting impediment for you. And that seems fine.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Good telly. Victoria goes home because I can't even remember why. Just can't remember why.
She made mistakes. She put on the wrong jacket
55
in front of
minutes.
Anna Reeve. How dare she?
Dare you?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, shocker. They did a like a reunion get together, didn't they? On like the real people.
Oh,
Colin was there. Victoria was there.
was it Victoria? I thought it was more
It
like
was.
crew and like people who'd worked on the show. I didn't recognize
Victoria
I
was
thought it
there.
was Victoria.
And Victoria, I've looked up Victoria on Facebook. Still very beautiful. Very beautiful lady. Anyway, I don't encourage you guys to go stalking. Once again, I don't encourage you to look them up on the Facebook or anything. Just do what you will. Anyway, and then of course after Victoria goes home, it's just all about how the fuck did Hosanna beat me? Like that's just everyone's line basically. I just can't believe she's still there. Right. So we've got 2 more episodes of that to go. Yeah. So what we're going to do is next week we'll recap 1, and then we're going to have a long pause and wait till Duncan gets back from his holidays.
Sorry.
And then we will recap the final in late January.
Just
a lot of suspense around that.
But that's okay because it's 10 years old, okay? It's not top.
yeah, you've been waiting a while, to be fair. Lots of few extra weeks.
Okay, let's get in the cran.
Colin's Cranny, Colin's Cranny, Colin's Cranny, 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 Cranny.
Colin's Cranny. Oh, started a bit early there.
No.
Oh, what?
No, I think that was right.
Okay.
Lot going on with the Cole.
The Pebbles
Cole.
War?
Huge week for Cole. It's always a big week in the cranny.
Yeah. So, yeah. Colin posted a photo of one of his advertising shots that he did on White Island when he was paying tribute to the victims of the tragedy, and Pebbles raked him over the coals for that, Pebbles Hooper. And what ensued was just a very bitter back and forth between the pair. And then at one point, and then Colin just bi-Felicia'd her and I think has blocked her.
He bi-Felicia'd her, I would say, 5 to 6 times. I did actually see Colin the next day and he said, I did a couple too many times, didn't I? I was like, yeah, I think you could have just done one bi-Felicia.
I think the whole point of it is that you can't do multiples.
Keep saying bye. But I loved it. It's a throwback Thursday. But yeah, I mean, there is more there. There's more to that relationship. And Pebbles is famous for being like an attack dog in those situations. So it was horrible.
Stuff came. It felt like a little Twitter eddy, if you like, and then that finished up, and you guys saw Colin in the flesh.
Yes, I went to Colin so generously donated all the bubbles as a gift to the people who won the Colin's Cranny round in the Real Pod Corner, but then also decided to donate another box to this his good friends at the spin-off, to say good job this year and keep doing
Who
the
are
good
they?
work. All of us, really. I think we've all got our own special relationships with Colin. Tina's doing a thumbs up. And so I went to pick them up from his home, and he also
Cole's
donated
literal cran.
Cole's
eh?
actual cran. I've been in it.
What was it like?
It was cool as. There were a lot of action figures. He was cleaning out his garage at the time, so he said, "No photos, please." Because he was in like t-shirt and track pants. Just
Wow.
yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, hard out. Just another dimension to the man, the myth, the legend. And he also donated to us the on loan. He said he wants it back eventually. His big life-size cardboard cutout from Hottest Home Baker. So that's now sitting in our office to replace the honey badger, which Amber so unceremoniously threw out. I'm calling her out.
What?
So I had, I know it's gone. It's gone.
She just did she consult anyone over
She
there?
might have consulted me and I might have approved it.
A
Look.
betrayal on the pod.
If you need to kick me off for a 2-episode suspension, I will understand that.
Life-size
you
cardboard
have to
cutouts
do those.
they're hard to come by, as I found out when I was trying to recreate a cardboard cutout
We
of
could
Jane
have
for the
stashed it
party.
behind here. We've got to stash things behind here.
Yeah, we've got to do more stashing. So we've got that on loan. It's very exciting. And Colin,
That is exciting. Did he have big pictures of himself in his hallway?
I didn't see any, but to be fair, I didn't actually get to fully sort of investigate the house. It was more of a back porch situation.
Feels like a wasted opportunity. But anyway, can I just say,
So to speak.
with the trackies, you're right.
Yeah.
With the trackies, I'm very impressed by that because even I will get changed out of a tracky pant if I know someone's coming to the house. Let alone
That's
if
not
I'm
true. That's
No.
blatantly untrue.
Like a proper person, not you.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, that's true. Maybe it's just because it was you. Because I pretty much, if I know Alex is coming, I'll put on trackies.
You want to make me feel comfortable when I turn up in my pajamas.
All right, don't worry. I'll forget don't worry about what I was going to say because it will make sense now. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. He's had some good Twitter chat too, but I'm just going to send you guys. You just go there and check out his Twitter because there's been some lovely Twitter chat, just in the way that Colin does. We'll just get straight into the corner, not the Real Pod corner, the Max Key corner.
Like and subscribe.
Max Key Corner. I know. I'll never forget you.
Subscribe, like and subscribe.
Do you have a favourite part of that song?
I think I like the Take It to the Max. The buried
Same.
Yeah.
The
max is
deep,
very
the
good.
baritone. Yeah, that's my favourite.
Yeah.
At the moment, it changes, but at the moment, that's my favourite.
Well, I like.
Because I didn't hear it for the longest of times.
I think that's my favorite as well because it signals that it's about to just sort of elevate and dunk as a song. You know, like it's really climactic, but it has its own special energy. God, it's good. Paul
All right,
Williams.
so
the genius.
I mean, look, there's not a lot going on. There's a photo of Max. I mean,
it's a pretty flaccid
funny old
corner at the moment. It's a bit of a
It's a funny
10,000
old
penis
photo.
fish when all you need is a. I don't know. I got nothing. Situation. A bumfish.
okay, so
Or a teat. That's how I was going to finish it. Can you cut that out?
No, you have to keep that in.
kind of like rude pod, but like cute rude. Anyway, Max Key standing on a beach in the Philippines holding a cute as fuck puppy. And he's got many a wristband on from his festivals. And one of them says VIP on it. You wouldn't expect anything less. But I think the highlight of the comments in this is Melanie Bracewell getting in there and saying this dog isn't happy.
She's
And
right.
Yeah, the dog is hundy not happy. But Max Key replied saying, sorry, I actually don't recall you interviewing the dog.
Oh, is that good?
I mean, it's definitely words. It depends. It's hard to read the tone on it. If he's genuinely angry, it's really funny.
No, he's just having
I
a
think
laugh,
he's-
isn't he?
I don't know. He's
No,
really
I don't.
defensive.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's defensive.
He doesn't like to have a laugh.
No, I think he's being, I totally think that he doesn't like being called out about like her insinuating that he has upset the puppy.
He's
'Cause
not.
he's
He's
a
not
dog
supporting.
person.
He's not supporting the arse of the dog.
He's not. No, he's not.
He's
He's
just kinda
hanging the
holding
dog
it,
by its
hanging.
armpits.
Yeah, you don't do that.
And the dog don't look happy.
Have you seen this photo?
No, can you show it? Show me,
Oh,
Jane?
yeah, Jane, can you put it on the television?
You go.
Oh God.
You see that?
See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a good way to hold a puppy.
He doesn't look happy
gotta get-
either. It's actually just
He
a miserable
doesn't.
photo.
Yeah, it looks like
It's
a...
and it's like
Pro-
cloudy
looks,
sky.
Looks like proof of life kind of vibe.
There's something going the fuck on, and I want to know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If he doesn't show up in Bachelorette, I want to know what's going on.
I've posited
Someone knows.
that to the authorities, but they're keeping stum
Keeping stum.
on basically all my theories.
Which is so weird, because if they were going to tell anyone, you'd think they'd tell us, right? I mean, we would obviously
We
keep
can
that
be
under our
trusted.
hands.
We're keeping,
The secret
keeping
keepers.
a lot of secrets right now.
Okay, that's it for our podcast for this week. We would like to wish you guys all a very, very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Drive safely.
Yep.
Some corn.
Yeah. Put your seatbelt on. Wear nude underwear.
Put your seatbelt on. Nude underwear at all times. You never know what might happen while you're on your holidays.
Look out
You
for
might be
penis
called up
fish.
for a go-see. Definitely look out for penis fish and eat, drink, and be merry. But don't drive after you've been drinking.
This is one of the worst.
It's my holiday
This is
message.
the Queen's
It's the
address.
Queen's speech. Thank you very much to Nando's. Thank you very much to Tina. Thanks to you guys.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you,
for keeping
Jane.
this shit
Duncan.
together.
And Tina.
Do join us next week. What are we doing on next week's pod?
I don't even
We're going to be recapping the final of New Zealand Great Kiwi Bake Off thing, and we're also going to be looking back at a decade in reality TV.
Fun.
That's what we're doing. Okay,
And that's on Boxing Day.
Right. It's going to be on Boxing Day, so make sure you tune in. Tune in. I'll get
Finish
the fuck out.
it.
Okay.
Tune in. Bye.
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 Make sure you tune in.
Do you find it hard staying optimistic with all the financial news in the media? I'm Bernard Hickey, and on my podcast, When the Facts Change, I'm here to help you navigate the ever-changing landscape of economics in Aotearoa. So join the conversation every Friday on When the Facts Change, brought to you by the Spin-Off Podcast Network in partnership with Kiwi Bake.
Kia ora e te iwi, Te Aihe Butler here, podcast manager at The Spin-Off. If you enjoy listening to our podcasts, consider supporting our mahi by signing up to become a Spin-Off member at thespinoff.co.nz/donate. The Spin-Off Podcast Network.